blood, handcuffs, screams. This was a full-fledged conflict, not just another love and hip-hop episode. Stevie J, detained. Little Scrappy, in the hospital. Indeed, the cameras continued to roll. If one man is thrown in a squad vehicle and continues, chanting Bambi like it's a curse, what kind of betrayal makes him lose it so badly that he ends up in an ambulance? This drama on TV wasn't contrived. It was unfiltered, true, merciless. And the video? Been laid to rest sooner than Stevie's previous abortive raid. We are discussing explosive audio, leaked text, and a backstage altercation that was so crazy that one staff member compared it to watching Mike Tyson swing on Suge Knight in a broom closet. Why did that happen? A beef that went on for years. The center one is a woman. It was such a cold betrayal that Scrappy almost lost his heart. Consider yourself a drama buff. Rethink your mind. Because what happened in those studios is going to reveal everything that reality TV has ever attempted to conceal. Avoid blinking. Don't scroll. The drama between Lil Scrappy, Bambi, and Stevie J exploded right when you thought it was at its height. A stretcher is rolling out backstage. Fans are yelling and lights are blazing. Yet everything came to a head at a private, sold-out Love and Hip Hop reunion recording that was never intended to be seen by the general public. Although there were no cameras recording when the punches were thrown, insiders are releasing all the details. There was a seething tension. As if he had something to prove, Scrappy, emotionally damaged by the consequences from Bambi, showed. There. Stevie too? He was not trying to mediate a dispute. There were no apologies, a sneer on his face, sunglasses, and a bottle in his hand as he walked in like he owned the network. When those two eyes met, security tightened. Everyone sensed it. And then there was the blast. I swear for God, I'm tearing this whole set down if y'all let Bambi and Stevie be in the same room with my baby, Mama D was seen yelling as she paced wildly just before the major taping. Nobody paid attention. The outcome? Glass that has been broken. Felonies accused. ICU reports include suspected concussions, internal bleeding, and contusions. However, who struck first? When Scrappy was left on a stretcher, why was Stevie in handcuffs? Backstage, it began. Scrappy was becoming irritated. Stevie and two unidentified men who appeared more like hired labor than visitors strode in. According to one witness, Stevie made a loud joke saying, "I hope no one is still upset about Bambi's OnlyFans. She made more than you all in a weekend." Scrappy yelled, stood up, tossed his phone. "You're still talking after what you did?" she asked. "Stevie, you are an absolute clown." Quietness. Stevie leaned in after that, said in a whisper that no one is repeating. It was then that Scrappy lunged. The chairs were flying. Stevie's man struck the wall so forcefully that a painting collapsed. A scream was heard. Someone shouted, "Cut the feed!" It is too late. Before security separated them, Stevie was panting and grasping his ribs, and Scrappy was bleeding. And after that, Stevie drew his blade, a switchblade, silver. No prop. It's not for show. The security team tackled him. Scrappy fell, holding onto his side. Paramedics called. On set, Stevie cuffed. Unaware that this was true, spectators screamed as Scrappy was brought out on a stretcher. The ambulance hadn't even parked when TMZ arrived at the emergency room. A nurse stated, "Never seen so many flashes, not even when Kanye's cousin came in." As if she were a mayoral candidate, Mama D stood outside the precinct telling reporters, "Told y'all Stevie J was poison. My baby is in a hospital bed right now. This goes deeper though." It turns out that it was more than simply ego, influence, or Bambi. Betrayal was at issue here. Shady secrets. An unspoken bargain. Behind Scrappy's back, Stevie J and Bambi reportedly worked on a Love and Hip Hop spin-off. Bambi and the Bad Guys the title. They didn't invite Scrappy, who was supposedly responsible for the pitch. "Scott, you're so insane." Scrappy learned a few days prior to the recording. He was taken by surprise. Cheated. He came in hot because of this. Even worse, Scrappy's hospital report was released. Exhibits strange chemicals in his body, strong sedatives. Things that don't just appear unless they were slipped. Scrappy. Was he drugged? According to one crew member, he was off, slurring, stumbling before Stevie ever appeared. No, not him. Is it true? This was not only a brawl. There was a setup. The crew of Stevie J, not a word. Statement in one line: Stevie J maintains his innocence and will not be commenting. It is too late. There is damage, creates a scene of crime, contracts halted. The producers are in a frenzy. Guess who isn't silent, though? Bambi. She appeared on Instagram Live hours after the fight, wearing perfect makeup, a filter, and a glass of wine. All I can say is that you only have half the story. Don't act like a brand new person when the real tea drops. Thoughts? Blowing up. You set Scrappy up. You dirty for this! She winks to cease the live stream. Season premiere coming soon. Stevie J, too, engaged a lawyer with ties to the Kardashians, 2 felonies, potential civil action. Lawyers for Scrappy? A cease and desist letter demanding all fight footage has already been issued to Mona. Hip hop and love? In ruins. You know, what else? CCTV footage from Backstage was leaked. Demonstrates chaos, shoving in a blur. The feed cuts before Stevie lunges. Practical. After breaking into 3 closed dressing rooms, security reportedly kicked down a fake wall to get to Scrappy, who said, "Y'all trying to portray me like I'm weak? You'll see how weak I am." Chapter. Producers ducked. Missing Mona? Off camera, one security guy muttered, "That wasn't TV rage, it was treachery." What about Mona? She did indeed keep the cameras going. The video is reportedly in a vault while it is being reviewed by a lawyer. Knowing Mona, however, it will eventually appear in a mid-season teaser. Untidy? A broken knuckle. Shoulder dislocation. In the emergency room hallway, he collapsed due to a panic attack. The nurses assumed it was an OD. Simply heartache. Stevie J departed the scene, handcuffed, blood-stained. Now, his representatives say, he was ambushed. It was him who got hurt. De-escalation was his attempt. Reduce the tension? Blood-stained? What about Twitter? Lost it. For 12 hours, Scrappy Snaps was in style. There are a lot of memes. Altered using Photoshop. A photo of Scrappy holding Bambi's infant was captioned, "I fought for this family." Some referred to him as unstable. However, the reality is that no one is innocent. Is Bambi Live on Instagram? The whisper of her dearest friend. Don't say too much. She slipped, though. I made an effort to keep Scrappy safe. You guys have no idea what he's done. Whoa, we wish to know now. A leak in the editing room. Allegations before the shoot began, Stevie and Bambi were in Mona's office. Paperwork was swapped, untidy, out of the loop, when Scrappy stepped into a trap. Mom D turned nuclear, Instagram, MySpace, and TikTok. Also dragged Scrappy, Mona, Stevie, and Bambi. She arrived with her own video crew at the hospital. She's working on a documentary series. Episode 1, betraying Stevie J, the VH1, utterly quiet. A petition, uncut footage is demanded by 40,000 signatories. Editors were moved. Motive damage control, leaks, Reddit, audio malfunctions. According to fans, Bambi says, "Get him out now." A smoking gun? Courtroom. Stevie is currently free on bail. Resilient, yet still bruised. Cameras are prohibited, yet leaks are abound. First points of contention. Scrappy was positioned. Stevie portrayed himself as a family man. Kindly, a surprise witness? Bambi claimed that Mona assured her that Stevie would shake things up. They leaked screenshots. A conversation between Mona and Bambi over Scrappy's declining popularity. Just one sentence. Let him go. It will spread like wildfire. Astonishments. Crying scrappily. With a rhinestone Bible in hand, Mama D fannied herself and said, "Told y'all!" A judge mandates an ethical review. VH1 is in the news. Additional leaks. Scrappy experienced mental distress, diagnosed with acute stress disorder caused by betrayal. It fits, yet isn't real. You mean GoFundMe? Collected? $90K. Netflix is interested, Mama D says. Stevie J deleted social media posts. Jocelyn was rumored to be hiding in Miami, a crossover that no one requested. An ex-VH1 intern shared on TikToks audio of Mona saying, "I don't care. If they fight, texts, and schedule changes. Just keep the cameras going." The internet took off. Trending hashtag under cancel love and hip hop. Video paused, VH1 said in a statement. She is being courted by HBO Max, Zeus, and BET. Limited series perhaps. Stevie J is rumored to be Taye Diggs. This is written by whom? Yes, indeed. The diss track Backstage Betrayal was released by Scrappy. Show No Mercy called out Stevie and Bambi specifically. The iTunes chart for it was number 4, Mona defending herself. Bookings are canceled by Bambi. It is said that Stevie's passport was detected. Mama D is launching the Throne Talk podcast. Episode 1, Ways to Identify Snakes. So we ask now, did Scrappy start the fight, or simply the most recent casualty? Was the mastermind or a villain Stevie J? Bambi, a player or a pawn? Blood, betrayal, an infant in the center. Let go of your thoughts. The Scrappy team, the Bambi team, or should the team cancel everything? If you've come this far, you should crush that. This mess is worthy of an Emmy. Continue to be dirty. Continue to be woke. Pay attention. Because of this, it's not finished. It's not finished.